Facebook ads in a nutshell. This is what we're doing every time we run a Facebook ad. These are the basic overall components. We want to do research. And based on that research, we want to come up with bait. And the bait gets them in the door. Okay. And then based on that bait, we want to create an ad to deliver that bait. And then we want to bring them into some sort of funnel to then eventually bring them to the sale. Okay. So it's a step-by-step process to go from the ad to the sale. But this is the psychology and the strategy behind what we're doing. We research things, we create bait based on the research, we then create an ad to deliver and offer the bait to hook your customer, get them in. Once we get them in, we put them in the funnel, they go through the funnel, and then we hit the sale. Okay, so let me explain this a little further. The research, what do they really care about? If you think you know already, just slap yourself because you don't. Okay. And I think through the students I've had so far, we've already kind of set the bar here, and we've known that nobody really knows their customer unless they do the research. Okay. I've had multiple students try to create their bait and everything based on what they think they know, and it doesn't work. And then when they do the research, they find out something totally different. All right. So do the research. If you skip this part, you will fail. I promise you. And if you don't fail, you're just friggin' lucky. Okay. So what do your customers really care about? Or if you're running ads for your local, for like local clients, or whatever, then, what do their clients care about? What is their number one problem? Okay. And I'm going to show you how to do all this, but what is their number one problem? What is it? All right. What is their number one desire? What is it? What is the number one thing they want to know or have? Now, I'm going to teach you how to do this research and how to effectively find this stuff out for sure. But for right now, I'm just going to let you know that this is what you need to do. That lesson comes after this introductory lesson. All right. So once we figure out their number one problem, their number one desire, and this should be similar or a complementary, what is the number one thing they want to know or have? That's when we create the bait. But we got to ask ourselves, will our bait work? Okay. The bait is based on the research. We want to give them that. We want to give them the number one thing they want to know or have. But will it work? So that's where we come here. Do they really want our bait? Did we really get the research right? Do they really want that thing? Because if they really want it, it should work as long as you are credible enough to deliver it where they know that what you're giving away is legit. And obviously, you need to be, the higher up on the value scale, the more credible you need to be. For an ice cream cone or a restaurant, you don't really need much credibility. In fact, you need almost zero. So again, you need more credibility as you go up the value scale. And then, are you entertaining? Now, you always need this, okay? Again, the 9 seconds. You have to be a little bit entertaining because you have to get their attention within 9 seconds. Again, the higher up the value scale, the more important it becomes. But overall, you got to be a little bit entertaining or engaging to get people's attention so they actually look at your ad and read the rest of your ad and figure out what your bait actually is. If you don't catch them on that initial few seconds, they're never even going to read the rest of your ad. So you're going to sit there and go, well, what about my ad copy and all? It doesn't matter. You're not getting their attention to where they can actually read it anyway. Okay, so it might not be your copy. Maybe you're just not engaging enough. All right, that's something to think about. All right, let's move on to the ad. In the ad, you need to make sure you hit all the points. You need to show your credibility or results. Again, this is required on the higher end of the value scale. On the very, very low end, it's really not required at all. So you need to demonstrate these. You need to mention the pain or the desire or both, preferably both. Okay. And you need to use the most engaging ad type you can. So if you are really good on camera, you need to do video. If you suck on camera, well, maybe you should do image carousel or or a slideshow video ad, which is new. I'm not going to get super into that. I'm not going to really talk about those different ad types yet. That's going to be in later lessons. I'm just letting you know that you need to pick the ad that is most engaging that you're capable of doing. And usually that's video. For real estate though, I use image carousel a lot because that's pretty engaging, because when people are kind of shopping for something, like looking at houses, they're moving their thumb across the phone. And in that instance, that's more engaging than video, because they're physically moving their finger, and that's they're like playing with the phone. So that's actually the most engaging at that point. But if it's, a video on coaching, like maybe business coaching, then that's going to be video. Or if it's an ad on coaching, you would want to use video. All right, because nobody's going to scroll with their thumb through, images of coaching stuff. That doesn't even make any sense. So in that case, you'd want to use video. Okay, so let me just go through these 3 things one more time. Show credibility or results, especially the higher up on the value scale. Mention the pain, preferably first, or the desire first, or both. If you mention both, mention the pain first and then the desire. Hit all the points. Use the most engaging ad type you can, as I just said. Finally, offer the bait. That's what the ad is for. The ad is not to sell your product. The ad is not to do anything but offer the bait. That is the sole purpose of your ad, is to offer the bait. Okay, then we move on to the funnel. Now, this is where you need to choose a funnel. There are an infinite number of funnels. There are so many, and I'm going to show you some. I'm going to show you some in this very lesson. But you need to choose one. Okay. And in your funnel, you need to make sure you install the pixel on all funnel steps, if possible. There are some non-page funnels, and I'll get into that as well. But you want to install your pixel, your Facebook pixel on all of them. And if you don't understand that yet, that's totally fine. I'm going to show you how to do that. Again, in this module, I'm telling you what you need to do. And then in the rest of the course, I'm going to show you how to do it. So you need to echo your ad on your landing page. Remember, if they click through your ad because they want your bait, that means that they want your bait. So really, at that point, your landing page doesn't have to do too much extra convincing. It simply has to not discourage them from getting your bait. It can't have a bunch of crap on it. It's got to be clean, easy, echo your ad. When I do webinars, I just take the same video I use in my ad and I put it on the page. And then I have this big, I just have this big button that says, sign up for the webinar, or reserve your spot, or whatever it is. You need to also deliver with your bait. Now, when I say deliver, I don't mean send them the bait. I mean deliver. I mean, your bait needs to be awesome. It needs, if it's a free cheat sheet or a free case study, you have to deliver. You have to impress them. Okay. Focus on impressing your clients, and you'll make sales. Impress them first. All right. And finally, a call to action on your thank you page. You want them to take an additional step. It could be a small step. It could be a big step. And I'm going to get into that here in a minute. But you definitely want to encourage them to do something after they've signed up, something small. And a lot of times you can give them an incentive to do so. And I'm going to get into that as well. Finally, the sale. And that's the hard part, right? You need to choose a way to follow up, whether that be retargeting ads, an email sequence, sending them direct mail, whatever it is. You need to figure out a way to follow up. All right, choose that. You need to build value during your follow-up. You can't just send them, hey, buy my stuff, hey, buy my stuff, hey, buy my stuff. In fact, I very rarely ask people to buy my stuff. I just keep impressing them. And most of the time people are like, how can I give you money? What do you sell? Do you have a course? Do you have a program? Do you have coaching? And again, the higher up on the value scale you are, the more you'd want to do that. The lower down, the sooner you can ask for the sale. Okay, so just always remember that value scale, especially for you guys out there, guys and girls that are taking on clients for Facebook ads. All right, and then you need to choose a method of sale. Do you want them to come into your business and you wanna talk to them? Do you wanna get them on the phone? Do you wanna bring them to a sales page? What? You gotta choose that, all right? Keep in mind that all of this stuff, from the funnel to the sale to the ad to the bait, all of this stuff you can experiment with. You can try, and I did when I built my coaching and my marketing. I tried different freebies. I tried different things. I saw who bought the most. When I offered this, that, and each time I did it, I got better and better and better results. And that's what you're going to have to do. I'm giving you the tools, I'm giving you the building blocks. You can move the building blocks around, you can put them in different spots, you can experiment. But at the end of the day, I can't just hand you a golden key. Nope, nobody can. You're going to have to, and some of you will get lucky right away. Some of you will hit it a home run right away, and some of you will struggle. For those of you that struggle, you're just going to have to work harder. It's okay. I did. I had horrible social anxiety, and now I'm a social butterfly. I worked through it. Everybody has challenges, and they're all different. So if you fail a few times, don't freak out. Don't think down of yourself. I did too, and I eventually got through it.